He finally got what he deserved. If you don't know, apparently Clavicular actually got into his first lawsuit. Thank God. Like, actually, it's been a long way. I've been praying for this. I don't know why I'm praying on his downfall. But without further ado, let's just get straight to it. Obviously, credits goes to AugustTheDuck. And without further ado, let's just get straight to it.
Braden Peters, known to followers online as Clavicular, walking into a Miami-Dade courtroom earlier today. Both men got 6 months probation and must now complete 20 hours of community service into firearm wildlife safety courts.
Ladies and gentlemen, today you are bearing witness to a historic event. Something that I'm almost positive has never happened, and I'm nearly as positive will never happen again. So sit back, soak it all in, and remember that it was your friend August who brought you this news only like 2 days late. You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, it happens. For the first time, I think, in influencer history, we are having to see the year's top dog influencer pay for their stupidity. I don't think this has ever happened before. Clavicular, aka Braden Peters, has officially caught a charge. It happened, and honestly, I think that this is the beginning of the end. I do.
Okay, now I want to know what charge caused him that. What was the charge? Did he kill someone? Is it about the alligator? Is it about a firearm? We gotta know. We gotta know.
I do not foresee Clavicular making it through the next 6 months. Okay, that sounds kind of grim. I don't mean that like physically, I mean legally. If you've been keeping up with the Clavicular timeline, which if you're an AugustTheDuck subscriber, you've kind of been forced to, you would know that earlier this month he was charged with a misdemeanor of discharging a firearm in public after earlier this year he shot a dead alligator a bunch of times while on like an airboat tour. And in the video that I made on him getting formally charged for doing this, I said that
So he got charged for that, but the problem is, again, the tourist guy told him go ahead and shoot it. So I think I should blame the tour guide as well. You know what I'm saying? Clav can't just go to jail alone. He needs the tour guide with him to go to jail too.
Strongly believe how this goes down in court is going to be like a huge turning point for this guy's career. And I still believe that to be true because Clavicular pleaded a no contest to this charge. And because of that, he avoided jail time, but he was given 6 months probation. He has to complete 20 hours of community service, which he cannot stream, and he also has to take some safety courses. And honestly, just from the character this guy has proven himself to have, I don't think he can last 6 months on probation. I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell. I just don't think that there's a single chance that this guy makes it another 6 months without fucking up again. This year alone, which I will note we are not even 6 months into yet, this guy's been arrested twice already, I'm pretty sure, and he's done multiple illegal things on stream. This guy's fucked. All of his favorite activities are illegal, and he streams every moment of his life. I feel like he's also proven himself to not really have all that much impulse control. It's gonna be a rough 6 months for him. Like I said, he also cannot stream his community service, which might be the hardest part of this for him to stomach. Well, actually, it's probably the second hardest thing for him to stomach right after the fact that he got fucking mogged by the judge that sentenced him.
How?
Yes, I mean, this genuinely might be the funniest thing that's happened during this whole, like, Clavicular timeline. I'm pretty sure they got the most conventionally attractive judge in the country, specifically for Clavicular. I wouldn't even be surprised if this guy isn't a real judge. But, like, seriously, we are living in the dumbest fucking timeline imaginable. News articles are being written about this. But we're gonna
Bro, Clav is mogging. What the fuck are you on?
take a quick look at the courtroom.
I wanna see the judge again. There's no way the judge mocks Clav, bro. No way.
Room footage, there's not a whole lot of it. I wasn't able to find like a full uncut clip of it, so it's going to be kind of pieced together. But we've all made it this far into the Clavicular timeline, so I think we've all earned the right to watch him finally have to deal with just one consequence of his many shitty actions. Please subscribe.
Please state your name and date of birth for the record.
Braden Peters, 12/17/2005.
Are you under the influence of anything right now?
No, Your Honor.
Have you spoken to your attorney about this case? Are you satisfied with the representation that Mr. Nyman has provided to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you are charged with one count of unlawful discharge of a firearm. I understand you will be entering a plea of no contest to that charge upon the conditions laid out on the record. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Both men got 6 months probation and must now complete 20 hours of community service into firearm wildlife safety courts.
So I don't know about you guys, but at least to me personally,
6 hours or again 6 months of probation?
Into firearm wildlife safety courts.
So
now complete
That's correct.
hours of community service into firearm
Community
wildlife.
service. Fuck it.
and I mean, that's what I expect to happen. It seems like this guy feels like he's invincible, and I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense why that might be. I mean, if my memory serves me correctly, I'm pretty sure this is really the first time he's ever had to answer for anything he's done. And this guy's been having constant run-ins with the law for the last year. I mean, he ran over somebody on video. I feel like once you scratch that one,
Sorry for pausing, but do you think he's gonna live stream himself doing this community service? Is he allowed to? Cause like technically he's not on. He's in pressure, but no one is stopping him to stream as well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know he's gonna do that somehow. You're gonna see him live streaming today, cleaning or doing something for the community service because of the shooting. Again, I'm saying that the tourist guide deserves to get his ass also sentenced, but it is what it is, you know.
One off your to-do list, you're probably going to end up feeling like the law does not apply to you like it does other people, and I think we've seen that in full effect over the last 6 months to a year. Anyways, like I mentioned in my original video talking about these charges, Clavicular was charged alongside 2 other people, those 2 people being the Cuban Tarzan and Baby Alien, my favorite trio, and it seems like the Cuban Tarzan got the same deal as Clavicular, but for some reason Baby Alien was not in court. What the fuck are these sentences? I can't believe this is my job to say this shit. There's not a whole lot of information in the news articles about Baby Alien, but it doesn't seem like he just didn't show up. I'm assuming his court date got moved or something. Overall, I have pretty mixed feelings about this outcome as a whole. I feel like even in a vacuum, this is a pretty lenient punishment for what happened. Like if I heard about this happening to just some random guy and this is what he got, I'd be like, okay, he got off pretty easy. And I feel like that is amplified significantly when we're talking about it happening to Clavicular. Now, I'm not really saying that from like a legal perspective because none of the shit he's done really matters in this particular case. Like I said, this is the first time he's ever been like fully charged with something he actually got convicted. Just because he's a piece of shit online and we've watched him do illegal things, that doesn't really matter. Courts can really only punish proven conduct. If the case is about shooting the alligator, it has to be shit about shooting the alligator. They can't be like, all right, well, before we sentence this guy, let's watch a Clavicular clip compilation. But, you know, like the societal implications, the moral aspect of all this is obviously not nearly as black and white. And personally, I do see it as a little bit of a moral failing that if this guy adheres to the terms of his probation, in 6 months, the charge will be wiped off his record. I think that Clavicular doesn't really deserve that. Now look, don't get me wrong, I know that that is pretty common when it comes to your first offense, but from like a non-legal perspective, from like a not very serious perspective, it just kind of feels crazy to call this Clavicular's first offense. Keep in mind that this guy is 20, and even with this one being closed out, he still has multiple other legal cases against him right now.
Bro, again, you're 20 and you're doing ODs, drugs, steroids, you do everything. Where's your dad, gang? Like, I swear if my son was live streaming doing drugs, I would actually like close his life and beat his ass for that shit. Where's your daddy? Like, that's the genuine question. And honestly, bro, I can't be jealous as well. Just like, I think August is just doing too much. Even though he did do some dumb shit, as your first arrest or first lawsuit, it shouldn't be that harsh, you know. Maybe 6 months of community service, that's normal. But this guy is saying he deserves the death penalty at this point. August is saying he should just go kill himself.
Personally, feel like it's important not only for Clavicular, but also for all the young, impressionable people that watch him, to learn that this shit is not sustainable, to learn that you don't want to live like this. Nobody on earth has ever been on their deathbed like, damn, I really fucking wish that I got a few more criminal convictions, and you know what? I wish I would've got sued more. Actually, you know what? While we're at it, if we're just rewriting history here, I should have thrown in a few more ODs. Like, nobody actually likes living like this. There's a reason that most people stop behaving like this once their brain fully develops. But a big distinction between most people who do shit like this and Clavicular, and this is a big reason as to why I think he's just not gonna last this 6 months, is because Clavicular has been able to ride his insane financial and legal support system through a whole lot of shit already. You know, most people who do shit like this get busted at 18 for something, and then they make one of 2 decisions. They're like, okay, I'm 18, I might ruin my life if I keep going down this path, let me chill out. Or they say fuck that, and then they ruin their life. Clavicular hasn't really had to make that decision because every time he does anything stupid, he just gets bailed out. I feel like he's just too deep into the whole I'm gonna do whatever I want whenever I want to do it mindset to survive a 6-month probational period. I do.
Listen, again, Clavicular is older than me by 2 years, just to tell you. He's 20 and I'm 18. Yet he's actually living the dream, driving all these expensive cars, streaming. Like, he has a dream, streaming just like me. I want to stream as well. He's living in a big house that I want. I'm living in my parents' room at this point. I'm just living in my parents' house. I still go to school. I finish school like in 2 days. Thank God I'm gonna graduate soon. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might head off to college. He doesn't need college because he has all these expensive cars. He's honestly living the dream that I want to, but he's doing it in a wrong way, in a dangerous way that ruins his life. I don't want to end that in that path, but I would end the only thing that I like about him is that he has everything, like financially stability. That's the most important one. He is financially stable at this young age, and I want that. That's it, really.
I hope that he can. Like, seriously, I'd love to be proven wrong. You know, barring extreme circumstances, I'd rather see a guy who's a piece of shit turn his life around and be like a happy, normal dude who's living a good life, rather than watch them spend their one chance at life being a misogynistic piece of shit who brown noses the biggest losers on the planet in a desperate attempt to fit in for the first time in his life. Because honestly, I feel like that's what's happening with Clavicular. Maybe I'm just giving him too much credit, but I've had to watch a lot of this guy's content to make all the videos that I have on him, and I don't know, a lot of the times it just doesn't really seem like his heart is in it. I think he's desperately trying to put on a persona that he thinks people will think is cool. And that's not me feeling bad for him. That's not me giving him any sympathy whatsoever. He's still a piece of shit. You wear a mask long enough and it just becomes who you are. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I hope that he uses this opportunity as a chance to turn things around rather than just make them worse. This guy has for some reason been given like a fucking golden opportunity at life. He's making more money than a person could possibly ever know what to do with. He can do whatever he wants, yet he just chooses to monetize being a giant asshole and a giant piece of shit.
Yeah,
Why
that's what
so
I'm saying.
These days, I don't get it. Well, I guess I do. It's because that's what makes the money. But he's made the money. Why not just pivot? Well, guys, what do you?
You got all these money, bro. Use it for like upgrading your setup or doing another business with streaming. Like have two businesses, bro, or like something like that. Don't waste it on some drugs, bro. Come on.
Your thoughts. Like I said, I hope in an ideal world, you know, that this will be the wake-up call that Clavicular needs. You know, if you get on probation and suddenly you don't get to do your normal day-to-day anymore, I feel like that should probably be a wake-up call. I'm curious to see how this all plays out if he ends up getting convicted for those battery charges, like within the 6 months. I don't think it's going to necessarily affect his probation since, like, he was charged with it before he was on probation. I think that's how that works. But since he'll, like, technically have a charge on his record, if he ends up being convicted of those battery charges, I wonder how that's going to play into everything. Either way, I'm sure the rest of the year is not going to be super enjoyable for Clavicular. I guess only time will tell. I'm sure we'll be back. So yeah.
Bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, gang. I'm actually predicting that this guy's gonna break his probation in 6 months. He's gonna break it on the first month, bro. I don't know about you guys, but I hope you did enjoy that video, gang. And see you guys in the next one. Peace.